What's up, everybody? Welcome into the Fantasy Football Game Show brought to you by Front Yard Fantasy. I'm your host, Simon, joined as always by my wildly handsome co-host, Joey Wright, a slightly further away and live from New York City, John Luke Garofalo, and joining us in the BDGE studios, fantasy expert for BDGE. We've got Jaymeson Trahan with us. Jaymeson, thanks so much for taking the time to come and flex your trivia knowledge on the FYF guys.
Oh, I'm super excited. Thanks for having me, guys. I can't wait to see how this goes.
I've just been watching clips of you dominating in trivia, just like giggling to myself about how Joey and JL are going to look at the end of this. So don't let me down, JMO. I could use some humbling of these guys.
Trust me, some cold ones come too.
Well, we got some people in the chat ready for today's show. Albert stopping by with the hello, everyone. What's up, Albert?
My guy.
We got Damon here with the hey, FYF fam. What's up, Dame? Welcome in. And Dame, unfortunately, was just cut from our listener league, Guillotine League this week. Chop! Gone. No more Dame in that league. Leaving Scampers all alone to fend for himself. But we'll see what happens this week. 6 teams left. Scampers stopping by with a beautiful afternoon, FYF fam. What's up, Scampers?
Are you still for you?
Simon, are you still left in the Guillotine League?
Oh, I'm still left. And I'm still left. I just picked up Justin Jefferson, which means I'm going home this week because every time I try to do anything cute in a Guillotine League to like plan ahead, I get chopped that week. It happens every time.
Have you ever played a Guillotine League?
No, I'm very familiar with it, but I've never been in one of myself. I've helped out.
They're really fun.
Before, but it seems like you, like Simon said, you can't look ahead in the future. Like you got to worry about tomorrow.
It's all about now. Yeah. You're going to get chopped.
Exactly.
I got chopped week 1 in a league this year because I drafted Jonathan Taylor in the second round. Well, my first 4 picks were Lamar Jackson, Jonathan Taylor, Christian Watson, Jerry Jeudy. 3 of the 4 didn't play, and Lamar had 9 points. It did not go well. Ladarius stopping by as well. What's up, Ladarius? Welcome in. And Andrew stopping by. What is Happy Thursday, FYFers? All ready for some FYF Jeopardy today. We got Pang in the chat with the Hola Daddies. Baby. Welcome in. And Pang said, why do cute things when you're already cute? That is a great question.
I wonder that all the time.
Live by the cute, die by the cute. Well, guys, today we brought Jaymeson here to play a game that we call Fantasy Football Jeopardy. If you're not familiar with Jaymeson, familiarize yourself. You can see him spouting off in some trivia on the BDGE TikTok channel. You can also find him on his Instagram at JT Takes, and you can find him on TikTok as well at Jaymeson.Trahan. We're going to get into this game ever so shortly here. Before we do that, Ryan McDowell stopping by. Hey, boys. What's up, Ryan?
What's up, Ryan?
Welcome, my friend. Glad to have you here. All right. I'm going to go ahead and pull up this board. You guys can go ahead and start studying the categories, get used to what's up there, and then we will start after I explain the rules. The game today is Fantasy Jeopardy. If you've ever watched the popular TV show Jeopardy, this is going to look very familiar because it's a lot like that with a couple small changes. First and foremost, most of these questions will be about fantasy football or the NFL. The other change we're making is there is no buzzing in. We're going to go in turn order. So JMO is going to be up first, followed by Joey, followed by JL. One more rule change in this game. In regular Jeopardy, if you get the question right, you get to pick the next question that gets asked. We're going to do something similar here. If you get your question right, you are going to pick the category for the person that goes after you. So JMO, since you're going first, you'll have free reign of this board. You'll be able to pick any question, any value that you want. If you get it right, you'll get to tell Joey what category he has to pick his next question from. He still gets to pick the value, though. We're going to go like this till we run out of time, run out of questions, or run out of dirty socks to sniff, at which point we will move into our final Jeopardy question. This is the one and only question in today's game where you can lose money. Before I ask it, I'm going to give you a category and ask everyone to write down a wager between 0 and the total amount of points you have earned so far. Get the question right, you're adding all that money. Get it wrong, we're subtracting it. Whoever has the most money at the end of Final Jeopardy is our champion for today. Send us your fax number, and we will have your winnings sent to you in Kohl's Cash within 48 business millennia.
I know the whole fax thing is a joke, but we might actually have to explain what a fax machine is to JMO.
JMO, you ever seen a fax machine?
I've seen one. I've never used one.
You ever seen a photocopier?
Yeah.
Where you can like sit on it and photocopy your butt. It's basically
I'm a little too familiar just because of The Office, the TV show. So
or the
again,
I
wouldn't know how to use it, but I'm definitely
no one does.
Yeah.
All I know about the fax machine is the the alien noises that would come in my home as a child whenever we would get a fax. Just the string of robot alien UFO noises. It was baffling to me as a kid. Jay down here saying, I'm just here for where in the world is Carson Wentz, a fan favorite category. This one seems a little updated. What's up, Joey? You not a fan of that category?
No, I never thought we'd have to mention his name again on the show in any type of serious way, and I'm upset that he's even here. Like, we're doing it this week because, as you know, Carson Wentz now on the Los Angeles Rams. Jaymo, do you have any hope for Carson Wentz in fantasy? Do you think he's going to show up there and be fantasy relevant?
I mean, if we're talking about fantasy relevant, I wouldn't bank on it, but I'm actually like very excited. I'm glad he's back in the NFL. I'm not expecting much out of him, but it just kind of blew my mind. Like guys like on the Giants, like Matt Barkley and Danny DeVito. Like, why did those guys have jobs and not Carson Wentz? Does he want too much money? I don't know. Maybe I'm putting too much name on his, put too much value on his name, and there shouldn't be. But I still like Wentz, and I'm glad to see him.
Anyone who shovel passes should be banned from the NFL, and that includes Patrick Mahomes.
No. Yeah. But Patrick Mahomes, the way he shovel passes, it's beautiful. It's like a work of art. Yeah. Lobbing the ball into someone's butt backhanded at like a mile per hour is not a skill and should not be celebrated.
Right. Carson Wentz shovel passes look like an accident almost. Look like he panicked. He was like, "You take it."
Yeah.
Pang in here. Thank you so much. He said $5 for the Carson Wentz return. Joey, that makes it a little sweeter.
It does. Now I'm glad he's back in the NFL. He can leave soon.
And we got Roll in here saying, hi, everyone. What's up, Roll? Welcome in, my friend. And Ryan calling it now says Jaymo might just crush this.
Right.
BDGE stopping by as well saying, will Jaymo put on a dress for content?
I hope so.
Nick had to. He's just trying to rub it off.
Well, so that sounded like a politics answer in a debate where you must have been watching the debates recently. Will you or will you not wear a dress for content?
I guess I will. There are punishments where I have to. Yes.
Scamper stopping by with just spent $101 on Wentz in a Superflex Dynasty. You got to do what you got to do sometimes. And in Dynasty, those waiver wires are weak. But with that being said, I think it's time to get into our game. Jaymo, like I said, you're going to be going first. Joey second. JL third. I'm going to explain the categories for everyone watching, and then we're going to get into it. Up first is a category we've had before called Where in the World is Carson Wentz? These are going to be images of Carson Wentz in a location that he isn't usually. You just tell me where he is. These could be as specific as like, I don't know, a very specific city or a landmark. It could also be as vague as like at Chili's or in Target. So just use your brain whenever you're looking at that and tell me where Carson Wentz is. The journey, I'm going to give you a player's career in years and the teams they were on for those years. You tell me who the player is. Grab bag, this could be anything. Easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm going to give you a category, something like 2023 rushing touchdowns and 3 players. You're going to put those 3 players in order from most to least. And then last, we got big dogs got to eat. Well, somebody's got to feed those big dogs. These are going to be pictures of dogs owned by NFL players, coaches, or other people around the league. You tell me whose dog it is from the options listed. You're going to get the money for that question. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Jaymo, you got free reign of the board. You can choose any category, any value amount that you like. Which one would you like to jump into?
I feel like I should be taking advantage of this opportunity, but for the content, for the comments, I'm going with Carson Wentz 100.
Carson Wentz 100. Here we go. Where is Carson Wentz?
I know the movie Chronicles of Narnia. I don't know. Do I have to name the exact place? There we go.
Got it. He is in Narnia at the lamppost as Mr. Tumnus. That's going to earn you $100, Jaymo, and give you an early lead.
You can't even really tell. That's like
zoom in. This is good.
It blends in there. Yeah.
Yeah, little known fact about Carson Wentz, people don't realize that he played Mr. Tumnus in the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe movie.
I love this category.
It's 100 points for you, Jaymo, and an early lead over your competitors. Chat loving this one. Angie said that photo is fantastic.
Yeah,
well, we got some more goodies in store in that category. Jaymo, where do you want to send your competitor Joey since you got that one right?
I don't know if this is a mean move or not, but I want to see the Carson Wentz keep going. 200 for Joey.
Well, Joey will get to pick his value, but you can pick that category.
Okay.
I'll take it for 300, please.
300. Joey, where's Carson Wentz?
Is that a Rainforest Cafe?
Joey, he is at Rainforest Cafe in various locations, and they are late with his appetizers, so he's jumping.
Where
up
was
and down
Carson
on the
Wentz
table.
in the picture? Oh, let's not compliment him that much.
You see him right there. That's what he looks like. That was when he grew his hair out. It's Carson Wentz. Nice job, Joey. That's going to earn you 300, making the score 300 to 100 after that one. Paying down here saying, OMG, this category is by far my favorite. And Andrew said the Lion, the Witch, and the Waiver Wire.
That's a good team name. If you're on
Joey,
that's 300 characters. Go ahead, buddy.
You get to pick JL's next category. Where do you want to send him?
JL will be headed straight to Big Dogs Gotta Eat. I'm so excited to see what's in this category.
500.
500. Before we do that, our friend Jake stopping by in the chat. Impressed by Joey's ability to recognize a Rainforest Cafe in less than 2 seconds.
Yeah, he eats every Sunday.
Yeah, I do. I don't go to church. I go to Rainforest Cafe. I just love the volcano. I don't know. What I gotta say.
We're all excited about all the Wentz love in here. Okay, JL, Big Dog's got to eat for 500. Who feeds this dog named Bougie? Is it Terry McLaurin, Juju Smith-Schuster, or Hunter Renfrow? I can zoom in on it if you'd like.
Bougie. Who feeds you, Bougie? I feel like Hunter Renfrow is. Oh, I can't tell if that's the trick or not. Are you trying to get me because it's Hunter Renfrow, or are you trying to reverse get me because it's Hunter Renfrow?
Look at those eyes.
Cute dog.
Good boy. Now, whose dog is this?
Let's go with Juju Smith-Schuster.
John Luke, that is absolutely correct. Yeah. Bougie belongs to Juju Smith-Schuster. Going to earn you $500 and an early lead. Mr. Scampers and Ladarius in the chat knowing this one. Andrew thought it was Hunter Renfrow, though. Falling for that trick that you almost fell into, John Luke.
I thought that was it. I thought that maybe how unexpected would it be if Hunter Renfrow had that dog named Bougie.
A category has never taken me longer to make than this one because I spent so long just looking at pictures of NFL players' dogs. Like the rabbit hole you can go down on their Instagrams. Do you know how many NFL dogs just have their own Instagram with hundreds of pictures on it?
Wow.
It's unbelievable.
Like every dog.
Ryan said Bougie Smith-Schuster. Yes.
That's good.
That's awesome. Okay, Joey. Or no, JL got that one right, which means he gets to pick JMO's next category.
Send JMO to the Journey.
Okay, I'm excited for this one. I'm going to go 300.
300 in the Journey. 2013 through 2016, the Minnesota Vikings. 2017, the Oakland Raiders. 2018, the New England Patriots. 2019 through 2020, the Chicago Bears. And 2021 through 2023 is the Atlanta Falcons. Whose journey is this, JMO?
We got this. Cordero Patterson.
This is Cordero Patterson. Sniffed that one out right away. Going to earn you an additional $300, putting you only 100 behind John Luke. And I know it's not Cordero Patterson, but I do want to talk to you guys a bit about the running back situation there in Atlanta. Arthur Smith getting a ton of heat for his usage of Bijan Robinson. JMO, I'm guessing you got some of him on your teams based by the immediate head shake. Do you think we'll start seeing Bijan's usage change over the back half of this season, or is Arthur Smith just going to dig his heels in the mud and keep doing what he's been doing?
See, that's where the fine line is. Like, I'm not here to defend Arthur Smith, but it's like you could start whoever you want or use whoever you want when you're winning. You could get away with anything when you're winning, but when you're not and you're below 500 now, you're no longer winning division, a bad division at that. He's got to change something if he wants to keep his job. I mean, he just has to face reality. I'm a Bijan believer, but I was at the beginning of the season, and he's kind of proved me wrong in the first half.
It's been a little gross so far. Joey, do you have any optimism for the second half here for Bijan? He's been good with the touches he's getting, but his usage is shocking to people.
I mean, I'm winning all my points per blocking league that I have Bijan in, so I don't know what the big complaints are about going on about Arthur Smith. I mean, I have to be more optimistic about him. The draft capital's high. He's so talented. You do have to use him. I think Arthur Smith snaps out of it or gets fired and eventually does start using him.
Out of what? I think this is how he is.
Oh God, I hope not.
First guy.
It's not even the Bijan. It's a Jonnu Smith thing too. Like it just doesn't make sense.
There's no coherent strategy. I can see.
It's horrible.
You know what it is? I think I figured it out. Because he's a billionaire, he's tired of being accused of not pulling himself up by his bootstraps. And Bijan Robinson and Kyle Pitts is the equivalent of a $3 million loan from your father. So he's trying to prove he can pull himself up by the bootstraps and win with Tyler Algier and Russell Gage and guys like that.
He can win with anything.
Yeah.
I drafted Hodge
for nothing.
Yeah.
Peng St. Bijan going to start kick returning soon. Dear God. And Scamper St. Bijan has been a sell high this entire season, and he still is. Not hoping for big things from Bijan down the stretch. Well, Jaymo, you read that one immediately. Got that one right, which means you get to pick Joey's next category. Where are you sending him?
I'm going to send Joey to easy as 1, 2, 3.
Okay, Joey, what's it going to be?
300. And this is you give me 3 players. I put them in order.
Players or teams, and I'll give you the statistic as well. Good thing I said that because this was the team one.
Perfect.
Rank the following teams in order of most to least in the following category. 2023 wins. The Buffalo Bills, the Detroit Lions, the Los Angeles Chargers.
I'll go Lions, Bills, Chargers.
Lions, Bills, Chargers, final answer?
Yeah.
And that is absolutely correct. 6 for the Lions, 5 for the Bills, 4 for the Chargers. I didn't realize the Bills were 5-4. When did they lose 4 games? I feel like that happened out of nowhere.
They're struggling.
They went to London, had some bad fish and chips, and things happen.
Just hasn't turned around since. Lost a guy at Big Ben.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, remember those days.
Josh Allen developed a British accent, and his communication with Stephon Diggs has just been off ever since.
I can't understand you.
Dude, shut up. He just keeps shouting the lines from the Harry Potter chess tournament the entire time they're playing football. He just, when Stephon Diggs asks him where to run, he's just like, knight to E4.
Say it in football terms.
Also, Andrew and he was saying lost the opener to the Jets on the overtime kick return. That's right. So they have one loss just hiding in there that maybe we would have forgotten about. Joey, you got that one right. Going to add 300, putting you into the lead for now. And you get to pick John Luke's next category. Where do you want to send him?
Let's send JL to the Journey. Just sounds beautiful.
The Journey 400.
400 in the Journey. 2013 through 2016 is the Baltimore Ravens. 2017 through 2023 is the San Francisco 49ers. Who is this, John Luke?
Kyle Juszczyk.
Final answer?
Yep.
This is Kyle Juszczyk. Nice job, JL, with the fullback pull. What did you say?
Fullbacks be fullbacking.
They always be fullbacking. And you know what? This one was like double up your alley because I feel like you love a fullback and you're a Ravens fan.
That's true. Those are two things.
It's the calf connection with those fullbacks that just keeps you going.
I was just about to say, look at them. They're just beautiful out there on the display today.
Same.
Viewership is up a little bit. I think it's because your calves are out, JL.
I'm still waiting for our buddy Jeff. He knows Pat Ricard. Jeff Greenwood knows Pat Ricard, and he's going to make the connection so we can have a calf off.
Ooh. You know what? If it was anyone else against an NFL player comparing their calves, I'd put my money on the NFL player immediately. But I've seen those things in person. They are NFL caliber, John Luke.
They'll get you if you aren't careful.
Also, Jake said, fullbacks be fullback and perfect bumper sticker for fullbacks who only back into parking spaces.
Look good.
Also, Victor stopping by. What's up, Victor? Saying, hola, bro chachos. It's National Fried Chicken Sandwich Day. Decide for me on where to get my chicken sandwich from. Oh, this is easy. Go get that spicy chicken sandwich from Popeyes.
Ooh. I might have a Chick-fil-A vote in there.
A Chick-fil-A vote? Joey, where are you getting your chicken sandwich?
If Victor is located in the South, I'm heading down to Publix.
Ooh. You can't go wrong with a fried chicken pub sub either.
Yeah, those are nice.
3 good options, Victor. And Jail just got that one right, which means he gets to pick Jaymo's next category. John Luke, where are you sending Jaymo?
Send Jaymo to easy as 1, 2, 3.
Okay, what's it going to be, Jaymo?
I mean, looking at the scoreboard, I need a swing for some points. I'll go for 500.
He warmed up. Now he's going for the big one. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Rank the following players in order of most to least in the following category. 2023 broken tackles. Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, David Montgomery.
Oh, God.
Easy as 1, 2, 3.
I might play into the trap here. My mind's like, Derrick Henry's got to be up there, but is he the trap? Like, is Derrick Henry third? David Montgomery missed some time. I think I'm going to fall into the trap. Oh, this feels so trap. I'm going to go Lamar, Monty, Henry.
Lamar, Monty, Henry, final answer?
Not confident at all, but yes, lock it in.
It was David Montgomery,
Goodness,
Derrick Henry,
close.
Lamar Jackson. Even with the missed time, David Montgomery has 12 broken tackles. Derrick Henry sitting there at 9, Lamar Jackson at 6 on that one. Unfortunately, no points for you there, J-Mo. You got plenty of time to come back.
That's fair. I swung big. That's on me.
Scampers in the chat getting this one. Monty Henry Lamar. Nice job, Scamps.
I think, like, on average, which position gets more opportunities for broken tackles?
It's
missionary
position.
Definitely running backs, but I don't know. I was just trying to be sneaky, I guess.
Broken something. Yeah, throwing Lamar Jackson in there definitely made this a bit trickier because you have to start thinking positionally there too. Ladarius coming in saying had it in reverse order. That's almost right, except it's completely wrong.
Nice try.
Nice try, Ladarius. All right, well, J-Mo got that one wrong, which means Joey, you get to pick your own category here. Where would you like to go?
I'm gonna do where in the world is Carson Wentz for 400?
Where in the world is Carson Wentz for 400? Joey, where in the world is Carson Wentz?
Oh,
he
man.
is in Los Angeles at the Griffin Observatory.
I would have accepted just Los Angeles, but you got it all, Joey. He is at the Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles, California.
I've never been there, but I'm hoping to go there for FSB this year. So.
I've never been there either. JL or J-Mo, have you ever been there?
Oh, I wouldn't have even gotten that, to be honest.
I saw from far. Yo, that guy who donated that land, he's got an insane story. He like made a bunch of money from nothing and then got super paranoid when he was super rich, thought everyone was trying to steal his money. And then he like shot his wife.
Jeez.
But she survived and then sued him. And this is like hundreds of years ago. So he ended up donating that land to try and like recoup some of his image later on in his life. It's insane.
Yeah, that's pretty out there.
It's got like a crazy backstory.
And now you can go there and look out upon the cosmos and think about the man that murdered his wife.
Yep. He didn't murder her. Shot her.
Shot her. Sorry. I assumed the shot was fatal. That's on me. Mr. Scampers in here said the set of Yes Man. We would have also accepted that as the answer had you pulled that one.
Great.
It's been used in a lot of movies. Rebel Without a Cause, La La Land. Yeah.
All right. Well, we're going to move on to our next question here. Joey, you got that one correct, bringing you up to 1,000 points in the lead. Where do you want to send John Luke?
It's got 900. We're going to send JL to grab bag.
Grab bag for JL. JL, what's it going to be?
Fresh category. Let's go 300.
300 right in the middle. Which cryptid pictured below is honored with a statue in Point Pleasant, West Virginia? Is this the Thunderbird, the Manfly, or the Mothman? I can zoom in on the picture if you would like.
Oh man, what's a cryptid?
A cryptid is like a Bigfoot or a Yeti or a Loch Ness monster, like something that is fabled to exist, but there is no physical proof of.
Okay, what were the options?
Is a good quarterback.
The options were Thunderbird, Manfly, and Mothman.
Can you zoom? Can you just do normal zoom out?
Mm-hmm.
Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Okay, I thought this was just Virginia. West Virginia, that kind of changes things. Thunderbird, I don't see any thunder. And that doesn't really look like anything related to a bird. Manfly, also not a manfly. I mean, it's a man. He has wings, but doesn't look like a fly. Let's go with Manfly. I feel like Mothman is the one you want me to pick.
Final answer?
Yeah.
I wanted you to pick it because I wanted you to succeed, JL. Mothman is the correct answer here. And if you haven't looked up the stories, go look up the Mothman stories from Point Pleasant, West Virginia. There was like a 2-week period where 50 people reported seeing this giant 6-foot humanoid creature that would like land on the roof of cars, and then it just disappeared.
Just like a moth.
Just like a moth. It probably flew into a light or something right there.
Also, doesn't affect your life at all.
Tim down here said, JL, have I taught you nothing?
Yes, that's true. You haven't.
Also, Craig down here said, I love cryptids. We need a cryptid bracket show. We absolutely should. And Craig, I just finished reading a book, The American Encyclopedia of Cryptids or something like that. And I was thinking about you the whole time.
No one didn't know what cryptid was?
Oh, I didn't know. I just think Bigfoot's awesome.
Bigfoot
I would like
in the world
for Christmas. Simon's record of what he's checked off in the library this year. That's what I would like just framed, because I would love to see the books you've checked out.
Just the random shit. Paris Hilton's memoir, the Encyclopedia of Cryptids, just whatever I'm feeling in the moment. Unfortunately, John Luke, that is no points for you there. Craig corrected me, coming and saying Mothman has been seen many times over the years. Many times over the years. Joey, it's not your turn. I keep thinking you go after JL. It's JMO's turn, and JL gifted you with free range of the board. Where do you want to go?
I'm gonna keep swinging big. I'm gonna go for the Journey 500.
The Journey 500. Here we go. 2014 Arizona Cardinals, 2017 through 2018 Buffalo Bills, 2019 Detroit Lions, and then 2020 through 2023 the Washington Commanders / football team.
Sorry, just to confirm, is that a 3-year gap of nothing?
A 3-year gap of being on an active roster, yes. He may have played on practice squads during that time, but did not appear in any game time during that 3-year gap.
Wow, I need to stop swinging big, huh? Oh, boy. Commanders.
You got a guess for us?
I know it's not Joey Sly, but that's because he was a Panther at one point, but I'll just rip that. That's all I got.
Joey Sly ripping it, knowing it's wrong. It is Logan Thomas.
That's who I was going to guess.
He was on those teams?
He as a quarterback. He was drafted as a quarterback to the Arizona Cardinals. 3-year break.
Right.
Transition to tight end until later in his career.
The only player on that team I could think of who's old enough to have had this history.
Wow.
I was going backup quarterbacks. I was way off base. Good question, Simon.
Great question.
Matt in the chat came in immediately with this one.
All right, no more swinging big.
Scamper's got this one as well.
Just slowly climb.
Scared off of the 500s. Watch. Then the next 500 that Joey or JL takes, you're going to be like, what the hell? That was the easiest question I've ever seen.
I was basing it off of Juju's dog. I'm like, this feels doable. Like, I know that was
gotta know what Juju's dog is.
Yeah. Like
every category is just about bougie. Joey, JMO repaid the favor that JL gave to him and gifted you free reign of the board. Where do you want to go here?
I'll go. Where in the world is Carson Wentz for 500?
Where in the world is Carson Wentz for 500? Joey, where in the world is Carson Wentz?
He's at the CMA Awards, the Country Music Association of our Academy of Arts Awards.
Wow. He is at the Country Music Awards in Nashville, Tennessee, hosting it with Luke Bryan. They fired Peyton Manning and put Carson Wentz in there instead.
I realized I answered that as quickly as I did the Rainforest Cafe, and I just want to put out there, I do not like modern country music, and I don't know why I knew who that was. I just need to clarify that.
It doesn't matter. You got the points.
I know, but now people are going to think I love country music, and I'm going to get CDs mailed of like Miranda Lambert and Morgan something or other. I don't know.
Yeah, Joey, we all know you're a huge Morgan Wallen fan. You don't have to.
No, I'm not. See, this is how rumors get started.
All right.
I started a rumor last week that JJ Zacharyson kicked a kangaroo, and I actually got back to him. So
it nailed it.
Pretty funny.
Just don't say that he likes Morgan Wallen. Morgan Wallen fan number 1 got that question correct, which means that he gets to pick JMO's next category. Joey, where are you sending JMO?
Big dogs gotta eat.
Also, Craig Adair said, very believable, Joey. So much believing you now. And Joey said, Joey loves country music.
No, stop it, guys.
Send them all your recommendations.
JMO, you get to pick your value, but it's got to be in the big dogs got to eat category. Which value would you like?
JL's up, I think.
I'm up.
JL is up. Thank you.
Oh,
it's the two men, one screen who that's really throwing me off. Joey, where are you sending JL?
Well, see, that changes it all because it's big dogs got to eat. I'm going to send them there.
400.
400. JL's naming all the dogs today. Who feeds this dog named Bo? Is this Joe Burrow, Aaron Darnold, or Dan Campbell's dog?
Wow, that's tough.
What's the dog's name?
Bo.
B-E-A. Oh. Is this Joe Burrow? Because he likes the E-A-U spelling. Like Go Tigers, you know? Is it Dan Campbell because he's sophisticated? Let's go with Joe Burrow.
Final answer?
Yeah.
You sniffed that
Yeah.
one out, JL. Nice job picking up on the EAU in the name. This is Joe Burrow's dog, Bo. And isn't he so cute?
Oh, my goodness.
I think I just giggled at pictures of Bo for like an hour last night. JL, that's going to earn you 400.
Golden doodle?
A miniature golden doodle is what Bo is. Dustin said, if it was country music artist dogs, Joey would sweep the category.
You can't even spell category right, Dustin. Shut up.
All right. Well, John Luke, for knowing your dogs, you get to pick Jaymo's next category. Nailed the order that time. Where are you sending them?
You go back to the board?
Yeah.
Let's send Jaymo to grab bag.
Grab bag. What's it going to be? Swinging big again?
No, 200. A little bit of spice on it, but no, we're not swinging big.
200 in grab bag. Spell the name of the state whose capital is Hartford.
I'm horrible. I don't know my capitals.
I can tell you the state if you need. I only put that in there so that I wouldn't write the name of the state in the question. This is a spelling question, though.
I feel like that's embarrassing. Like, I feel like
he's like, don't tell me. I'm just going to spell a state.
Like, naming the state's going to be harder than spelling it. I feel like. I don't think I can.
You have to do it.
I can't.
If he spells Arkansas, I'm going to lose it, guys. Just.
Is it Arkansas? It's not.
It's not Arkansas. So now you got 49 other options.
Thinking of a hard state, like is it Massachusetts? I'm trying to think of a state that would be hard to spell.
It's very near Massachusetts.
You want to say it?
Yeah, what is it?
Say the state, Simon.
Connecticut. I need you to spell the state Connecticut.
CONNEC. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So far you've got CONNECT.
CONNECTICU.
You're almost there. You're almost there.
Is it T or TT? I'm gonna say 1T.
1T. So to double check, you've got CONNECTICUT. That is absolutely correct. 1T at the end. Those double letters always messing it up, but you figured it out. Jaymo, you may not know your capitals, but you know how to spell. So that's going to earn you $200 on that one.
I can sleep at night, I guess. I don't feel proud. I just feel like I salvaged something.
Like you're not going to be visited by the ghost of your third grade teacher tonight.
Yeah.
Ladarius getting that one. Scamper's getting that one as well. Nice job.
Ladarius?
So Ladarius and Scampers got that one right down there. Both getting that. All right, Jaymo, for spelling Connecticut properly, you get to pick Joey's next category. Where would you like to send him?
I highly doubt you'd put 2 state questions in there like that again, or 2 capitals, but just at the slight chance that you do, I'm making Joey take one of them. Back to grab bag.
Joey, which value would you like?
400.
400 in grab bag. Which of the following cities is tied with New York City as the most expensive city to live in? This is according to the World Economic Forum. Is it San Francisco, Beijing, Sydney, or Singapore? Both of these score at a 100 on the cost of living index, according to the World Economic Forum.
Okay, I was going to say, I kind of feel like I want to go with what I know because I know San Francisco is really expensive. However, now that I'm looking at it, you put 2, I want to say South Asian cities with Beijing and Singapore. I'm going to go with Beijing.
Final answer?
Yeah.
You narrowed it down to 2, but you picked the wrong one. Singapore, the city-state, is currently tied with New York City for the most expensive city in the world.
I'm not going to go live
in.
Dang.
I feel like Beijing just sounds like bougie from earlier, and you just kind of think like it sounds expensive.
It sounds like ching. So it's like, all right. The sound of money makes.
Beijing. Is that how you say it?
We should probably stop saying it like that because it sounds bad, guys.
No,
and I started it, so I want to be the one that stops it.
They're getting all that money over there. In Singapore, if you chew gum, you can go to prison.
I chewed gum right before I came on the episode, so that would not fly.
Wouldn't fly. Also, Matt in here saying, wow. And I learned something after saying Singapore is a country. It is a city-state. It is both a city and a country. It is the world's smallest city-state, I think. And that's not true at all.
Smallest city-state.
That's a complete lie. All right. Who got that one wrong? Really Joey did, which means John Luke, you got free reign of this board. Where do you want to go?
Grab back 500.
Grab bag 500. Going big. Taking the last one. Which of the following reality TV shows did I make up? I Want to Marry a Former Child Star. Best Funeral Ever. Vanilla Ice Goes Amish. Buying Naked. Are You Hot? The Search for America's Sexiest People. Or Sperm Race.
Wow.
All right, we could take Sperm Race out of this. It's definitely a show.
Oh, shit. I forgot you were on that one.
I Want to Marry a Former Child Star. That sounds amazing. That's got to be a real one. Best Funeral Ever definitely exists. Vanilla Ice Goes Amish. That sounds like a HGTV show. I think it's Buying Naked.
Buying Naked?
Buying Naked. What is that?
What is it?
It just sounds like you're mixing two like a buying reality TV show with one of those naked wilderness shows, but it's just indecent exposure. You're just illegal, right? Let's go with Buying Naked.
Buying Naked from jail. The chat is split on this one. Scampers thinks it's Vanilla Ice Goes Amish, but both Andrew and Ladarius agreeing with you on Buying Naked, and Craig thinks it's Sperm Race. Well, the one of these shows that is not real is I Want to Marry a Former Child Star. I made up that one. Buying Naked is like House Hunters, but they're naked. And if you ever watch an episode of that, the best part is watching how creatively they hide the nudity. Like they have like vases set up or like fans spinning in right places. The whole show is just an exercise in creative censorship, and it is phenomenal to watch.
Oh man, I want to watch that.
Jail, earlier when you were talking about the Griffith Observatory guy, it reminded me of a story I read while looking stuff up for this question. There was a game show contestant on one of those early VH1 dating shows that went on, made it to the finals of one of them, but didn't win. It was like a fan favorite, came back for another show, ended up winning the whole thing, but they had to cut airing it after 2 episodes because he was convicted in murdering somebody. Ended up stuffing somebody in a suitcase in Las Vegas, and they had to stop airing the show because he won. He went on a dating show and won the whole thing, and they couldn't air a season of a murderer charming somebody.
Wow.
I mean, that's how it starts. Right?
Yeah, maybe it just would have been an exciting season finale.
I feel
like that shit got picked up by True Crime Network.
Yeah.
And then they could have like really used it to be like, here's how it happens.
Also, Sperm Race was a German reality show where they were trying to determine which man in Germany had the fastest sperm.
Fastest in what way?
to get to the egg. They set something up to make them race.
Was it another little sperm, the little tiny stopwatch?
I think so. And they had all the contestants dressing up in like big sperm outfits and jumping into pools and stuff.
Collective man hours.
Someone in Germany lit that, said, go ahead. All right. Well, unfortunately, no points for you, John Luke, but you did clear out a comeback mechanism for your opponents by getting rid of that 500. But Jaymo, you're going to have free reign of this board. Where do you want to go?
I'll go The Journey for 200.
The Journey for 200. 2013 through 2019, the Houston Texans. 2020 through 2022, the Arizona Cardinals. And then 2023, the Tennessee Titans.
We got Mr. DeAndre Hopkins.
Nuke. This is, in fact, DeAndre Hopkins. Nice job, Jaymo. And are you buying what we saw from the Will Levis, DeAndre Hopkins connection, or was this just a great game for those two guys?
I like Will Levis. I'm a fan of it. I am openly possibly biased, and then I want it to be a real thing, but I don't think I definitely think we've unlocked more compared to what it would be if Ryan Tannehill came back. So I think the ceiling definitely got raised. The floor could still be pretty low, but upside is upside, and I'll take that.
You think Will Levis is the starter of this Titans team at the beginning of next season?
If I had to say yes or no, I think I would say yes.
Yeah. Jay, what about you?
It's all going to depend on if they get an opportunity to get somebody better. I don't think Will Levis is the long-term solution there in Tennessee. I think what you have with Ryan Tannehill is what happens with a lot of average, older quarterbacks, which is they can be figured out fairly easily by opposing defenses. And you throw Will Levis in there. He's young, he's a rookie, and he's good enough to make something happen. I really think it's going to depend on whether they get the opportunity to upgrade. Otherwise, I think it is Will Levis.
I don't know why. When you were saying this always happens with older quarterbacks, the only face I could picture was Tony Romo's. Like I was just picturing Tony Romo towards the end of his career. I forget who it was that said it, but someone's like, watching Tony Romo break down what they're going to do on air makes you realize just how bad he was at football. Because if he knew what they were going to do to that level of accuracy and still sucked sometimes, then how bad was he actually?
It's pretty funny.
You guys remember Sam Bradford?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was fun. Tony Romo always makes me think of Sam Bradford for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
They wear the same cologne, I think.
Same letters in their last name.
All right, well, Jaymo, you got that one right, which means you get to send Joey to his next category. Where do you want to send Joey?
I feel like Joey wants to go to Carson Wentz, so I'll send him there as a favor, possibly. Maybe he doesn't.
I'll take it. Yeah. Where in the world is Carson Wentz?
200. Here we go. Joey, where in the world is Carson Wentz?
He is in Munich, Germany.
He is in Munich, Germany at Allianz Arena, where they are playing the Germany games this year.
Thanks for leaving a bunch of the letters in there so I could nail it. But I knew the logo, so I was okay.
It's a 200. And they spell Munich wrong because it's in German or something. Joey, that's going to add 200 to your score. Bayern Munch. That sounds like a really awful cereal.
Sounds like a really intimidating team, though.
Bayern Munch.
Yeah.
What was it? It's not La Liga. What's their Bundesliga? They were the first sports league to come back during the pandemic. So there was like a short period of time. I was like massively into Bundesliga because it was the only thing that was like live that was happening in the world.
Oh, I was busy watching Madden Sims at that point during the pandemic. I was watching entire hypothetical fake Madden seasons on Twitch is what I was doing. All right, well, Joe, you got that one right, which means you get to send JL to his next category. Where are you sending him?
I want to send JL on a journey today.
You son of a bitch. 100.
What?
100. Also, Matt said, so do they spell it wrong or spell it in German?
Oh,
I don't speak German, so it could be both. All right. Also, Scamper said Munchen is a nickname, not a city. I think.
Whose nickname? Why would they put somebody's nickname in the stands?
It's Bayern's nickname. Mr. Bayern. John Luke, here's your question for 100. 2011 through 2020, the Atlanta Falcons. 2021, the Tennessee Titans. 2022, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And 2023, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Atlanta Falcons.
Oh, okay.
21. Oh, this is Julio Jones.
This is Julio Jones. Nice job, John Luke. Going to earn you $100.
I was getting a little nervous.
Dude, those last three teams make it harder than it should be.
Yeah.
Had I just put the Falcons up there, it might have even been easier. Just let the other three off.
Yeah.
Is there anything left in Julio for fantasy, or are you leaving him on the waiver wire?
There's nothing. Julio's like my favorite player ever, but there's nothing.
You just got to leave him out there for right now. Probably better for the Eagles than it is for fantasy teams that he's on. The chat was on this one. Dustin getting it right. Nice job, my friend. And we got some news coming in. The Khalil Herbert has been ruled out. Joey, where does this point your arrow for Roschon Johnson this week?
It points my arrow up on Donta Foreman revenge game narrative. Let's go. Why'd you even say Roschon Johnson?
You're right. I forgot about the revenge game.
Let's go. I love revenge game narratives. No, I think we've kind of known this Herbert news is coming out today. Fields also won't be there this week. So I do think it's going to be a heavy running game for Chicago. And I think Donta Foreman is going to kind of lead the pack tonight.
Jayme, are you feeling similarly about this running back situation in Chicago tonight?
Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if Foreman got in the end zone to really give you a nice boost in your lineups if you're starting them.
He changed his profile picture on Twitter to him in a Panthers jersey.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So he's embracing the revenge.
He's ready. Yeah, he's ready to go.
It's a made-up narrative. That's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I see Grimfan down here asking, is there a new schedule for FYF? There is. We are now doing the Fantasy Football Game Show on Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you're here at 3 p.m. on Thursdays not to miss it. And if you guys have fantasy questions, right after the game show on Thursdays, we're live for office hours. Joey and I are going to be live right after this, answering any and all fantasy questions that you have heading into week 10.
Send them in the chat while we're playing. We'll hit them.
Yeehaw. JL, you got that one right. In the journey. The journey is now gone. Where in the world is Carson Wentz is gone, but you get to pick Jamo's next category. Where are you sending him?
Let's send Jamo to easy as 1, 2, 3.
What's it going to be, Jamo?
I think I got to swing. I got to. 400.
400 from Jamo. Rank the following players in order of most to least in the following category. Career rushing touchdowns. Ezekiel Elliott, LeGarrette Blount, Frank Gore.
Oh my goodness. Is this a trap? I mean, longevity-wise, I haven't played this enough to know how many traps you guys put in place. I mean, Frank Gore is so old. I have to lock him in at 1, whether I'll fall into the trap. He's the one. And Zeke's he's had good seasons, but LeGarrette Blount's also led himself before. I'm going to go Gore, Elliott, Blount.
Gore, Elliott, Blount. Final answer?
Lock it in.
Absolutely correct.
Nice.
81 for Gore, 70 for Elliott, 56 for Blount. That was definitely tricky deciding between the three of those guys, but you nailed it, Jamo.
Oh, needed that.
Well done.
Matt in the chat getting this one as well. Nice job. Scamper so close, though, but mixing up Blount and Zeke, and Ladarius mixing up Elliott and Gore in that one. Victor, no confidence, but getting that one right. Nice job, my friend. Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And I miss Frank Gore and LeGarrette Blount.
Yeah, right?
The NFL feels naked without Frank Gore in it. Every time I watch, I'm embarrassed a little bit. Mr. Scampers had a question for us before we move on to the next Jeopardy question. Wanted to know in half PPR, Calvin Ridley versus San Francisco or Deonta Foreman tonight. Jamo, which way you rolling with this one?
Half PPR. To be honest, depending on your situation, I feel like Foreman's got the higher floor, and I think I would play it safe here. No Herbert. This will probably be the last time you really can lock in Foreman as well. Ridley, if you want to flip the coin, go for it, but kind of a risk tolerance play. I'm gonna lean a little safer and go Foreman.
Joey, I see you nodding your head along with Jamo. You're Foreman as well here.
Yeah, I mean, I like Ridley quite a bit rest of the season. I don't necessarily like this matchup against the 49ers, but it's Foreman for me. I think he's a slam dunk start tonight.
Matt agreeing with us in the chat. Jamo, you closed the gap a little bit with that one. It is anybody's game with Final Jeopardy because of how close this is. We got 2 more rounds before we get into that, though. Who just answered that question? Jamo did, which means Joey, you are up next. Jamo, where are you sending him?
Got to clean off grab bag. Get rid of it.
I'll take it. 100.
Grab bag for 100. What sport does the pro team, the Atlanta Dream, play? Is it basketball, soccer, or pickleball?
So I don't think the Atlanta soccer team is named the Dream, and I don't think you put a pickleball team in here. I think the Atlanta Dream is their WNBA franchise, so I'm going to say basketball.
That is absolutely correct, Joey. The Atlanta Dream is the WNBA team out of Atlanta. That's going to earn you 100 points, and I put it as 100 because if you didn't get it, I could shame you for not knowing about the WNBA.
And you got it sexist. I know. I've actually started watching a little bit of WNBA. My daughters have gotten into it, so I sit there and watch it with them. We like the Las Vegas Aces.
That's their team.
I went to
go ahead, Joe.
I went to a Sparks game growing up. Those were super fun.
Nice.
Just remembering that recently.
They took the Orlando franchise away. It was the Mystics, I believe it was.
Because you guys were misbehaving.
Because I was courtside every game. We're the men. But I've matured a lot since then. So
I'm proud of you, Joey. I'll reach out to the powers that be and see if they can take you guys out of timeout and give you your team back at some point.
Would appreciate
this morning,
it.
Simon and I were talking about how there aren't many sports teams with just like a singular mascot, like a non-plural mascot.
Yeah, no.
What were we talking about? There was like old NFL teams without an S on the end of it. And the only one I could think of was college football, the Crimson Tide. I couldn't think of another one that didn't have an S on the end of it. Or non-plural. I guess there are plural words that don't end with S.
I think the NBA is like 4.
The Jazz.
Heat.
Fighting Irish.
There we go. Oh, man. Jamo shows up and immediately like doubles our count of what we were able to come up with, JL. All right. Well, Joey, did I give you your money there? I did. Bringing you up to 1,800, and you get to pick John Luke's next category. Where are you sending him?
Easy as 1, 2, 3, please.
200.
This might be the funniest one. The Stanford Cardinal. It's just a single bird going out there to fight you guys. Easy as 1, 2, 3 for 200, JL.
Yep.
Rank the following players in order of most to least in the following category. 2023 PPR fantasy points. Tyreek Hill, Patrick Mahomes, CeeDee Lamb. And this is in a 4-point per passing touchdown league.
Mahomes, Hill, Lamb.
Mahomes, Hill, Lamb, final answer?
Yes.
Unfortunately, it is Hill, Mahomes, Lamb. Tyreek Hill leads all players in the NFL in PPR fantasy points right now, even ahead of all of the quarterbacks, including Patrick Mahomes. Unfortunately, no points for you on that one, John Luke.
Ouch.
Ouch. I mean, we got time for one more, I think, if we run through this. Jamo, you're back up. Which category would you like and which question?
I'm just going to try and get $100. Easy as 1, 2, 3.
Easy as 1, 2, 3 for 100. Rank the following players in order of most to least in the following category. 2023 targets. Puka Nacua, Devonta Smith, TJ Hawkinson.
I think I'm going to go Puka, TJ, Devontae.
Final answer?
Yes, lock it in.
That is absolutely correct. 96, 80, 60 in that order. Going to bring you up to 1,300, making this a close game. And since there's only one category left, nobody's sending anybody anywhere. Joey, it is your turn. Which value would you like?
Big dog got to eat for 300.
300. Who feeds this dog named Mr. Fergus? Is this Adam Thielen, Baker Mayfield, or DJ Moore?
Okay, so his name's Mr. Fergus. I'm gonna go with Adam Thielen because the Plains Carolina bound, which is where he plays. But is this Baker Mayfield going to a Panthers game? Let me see his name again. Fergus.
Mr. Fergus.
Mr. Fergus.
Joey,
Gus. Okay, I'm just gonna go with Thielen. I don't know. And yeah, Thielen.
I'm sorry. This is Baker Mayfield's dog, Mr. Fergus.
Why was that 300?
Thielen's flying private jet. No way, bro. That guy flies Spirit.
Thielen strikes me.
There's
as
no
a
way
JetBlue
Baker would date a
rewards
woman that had a
member.
French manicure on her. I don't buy this.
Those are actually Baker's feet.
Oh,
correct.
of course, the jeans with no knees. That's Baker Mayfield.
Baker shaves his knees. It's his secret to success. It's how he's performing so well in Tampa Bay is hairless knees. It just eliminates the friction against those pants right there. Unfortunately, no points for you on that one, right. Joey. But JL, you get one more shot here. 100 or 200?
200.
200. JL or Joey, if it makes you feel better, the chat thought that was Thielen's dog as well.
Yeah.
They were right there with you. 200. Who feeds these dogs named Steel and Silver? Is it Patrick Mahomes, Derek Carr, or Kyler Murray?
This is Patrick Mahomes.
This is Patrick Mahomes. John Luke and
really? Did you know that?
Yeah. Thanks to Maria.
I think I would have fell in the trap. Remember, like Derek Carr used to play for the Raiders. Their colors. I would have fell in there immediately.
Yeah.
Oh man.
The bandanas were a clue.
I'm not even smart enough to have fallen into that trap, Jamo. I would have skipped right over that. That's a smart trap to fall into. John Luke, that's going to earn you 200. I already gave you the 200. And we got one more. I'm just going to show it.
Yeah, I want to see the dog. Thank you.
Who feeds this dog named Nike?
Yeah.
I doubt Bill Belichick feeds anything.
You're right.
I think it is him.
It is Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
But JL, you bring a good point. That dog, I'm not sure, eats. I don't think anything in that household is sustained on anything but football.
I mean, look at Bill Belichick's son. The guy is so hungry all the time.
They just watch tape for dinner every single day. All right. Well, that is going to be it for this round. That leaves Jamo with 1,300, Joey with 1,800, and John Luke with $1,600. It is truly anybody's game. The category for Final Jeopardy is 2023 statistics. So pretty broad, but 2023 statistics. Pen and paper for each of you or something to write on. I need you guys to write down your wager anywhere between 0 and the total amount that you have. Reminder, Jamo, you have 1,300. Joey, you have 1,800. And JL, you have 1,600.
The math part always throws me off on this game when we play it.
While we're waiting for these guys to get their wagers down, I'll remind everybody here one more time. Let's go check out our friend Jamo's content. You can see him tearing up trivia on the BDGE TikTok channel and check out his TikTok as well at Jaymeson.Trahan. And then you can find him on Instagram at JT Takes as well. Let me know when you guys have your wagers written down.
Okay. I have mine written down.
I'm locked in.
Also, I saw Matt in the chat come in and say those look like Baker's legs. Same page, Matt. Same page. All right. Jail, you got it?
Yep.
Let's see those wagers.
1601 for me.
Joey going with 1601. We've got, is that all 1600, JL?
That is.
And JMO with all 1300. All right. I'm going to give you guys this question. I'll do some math to figure out who will win while we're waiting.
I didn't need to risk that much. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
All right. Here is your final question. These are the 2023 rushing yards leaders. I've left one of the spots blank. Number 2 on the list with 615 rushing yards. Who fills in that blank? Is it Zach Moss, Travis Etienne, or Kenneth Walker? So while you guys are writing down your answers, I need to do some math. Joey making me do all sorts of math. And my Sharpie's dead. You guys ever just write in indentations whenever you don't have a working pen near you?
No, because I would hate that.
Yeah, I hate it too.
And I would not want to do it.
That's why I said it out loud. I'm sitting here just dying inside a little bit. All right, let me know when you guys have your answers.
Got it.
Got it.
Okay, let's see them.
B.
Joey said B. Travis Etienne. JL said, what does that say?
B.
Travis Etienne. And JMO coming in with A. Zach Moss. Well, the correct answer to this question is A. Zach Moss. That is absolutely correct, JMO. That is going to not only give you 1,300 points, but deliver you the last second win in today's game of Fantasy Football Jeopardy with a final score of 2,600 to 199 to 0. Congrats, JMO. You know what? You had me worried there for a minute that you weren't going to pull it out, but you got it.
I was worried too. I was like, man, I was really confident. I was talking some slight trash to JL beforehand, and I was like, third place. Like,
he fell into the ETN trap there at the end.
I always do, 100% of the time.
That ETN trap. And Joey, you got stuck with JL on that ETN trap there at the end as well.
What happened?
Yeah, I was just staring at JL's calves, and it just threw me off.
It just made you think of what would JL say here. Some people in the chat getting this one. Victor with Moss. Matt said Zachariah. Albert coming in here with Moss as well. And Scamper said the guy I dropped in Dynasty before the season.
No.
Craig hyping up the win for JMO 1-0. Great start to FYF. Welcome to the record books, JMO. Everybody watching, like I said, if you're not already following Jaymeson, make sure you go and check him out on TikTok at Jaymeson.Trahan and follow him on Instagram at JTCakes as well. And then go watch him beat some other people at trivia on that BDGE YouTube channel. JMO, thank you so much for taking the time to come and play with us today, my friend.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for having me. I'll study up on my capitals.
Next time, it's exclusively state capitals. That's going to be it for us, guys, at least for the next 5 minutes. Joey and I will be live as soon as we go pinch off whatever we've been holding in this entire time to answer any and all of your Week 10 fantasy football questions right here on the Front Yard Fantasy YouTube channel. Until then, though, we are out of here. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday. Get prepped for some Thursday night football, and we'll see y'all on another time.
Simon, can I say something?
Of course.
Sirius channel was at 87 tonight at 10:20. I'll be on with Bob Harris. So
Sirius
XM Radio.
If you want to hear your Eagle screams, make sure you get there tonight to watch.
That's how we're opening the show. We already talked about it. So.
Until then, adios, everyone. See you shortly.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody.
There's an pickleball team. We have to join it.
Facts.